So some tools that really help out a lot is gonna be an impact gun, something like this, and then make sure you're fully charged. So this is the one that I'm gonna be using. It's gonna be the Duralast Gold. So these are nice because they have the Zerk fittings down at the bottom, so you're able to. Sorry guys. So these are nice because they have the Zerk fitting, and you can grease these bad boys up. So I know a lot of people will say, "Oh, you gotta go OEM because if you don't go OEM, you know, you run the chance of, you know, damaging this and damaging that." But OEM costs for like $80 a pop. So I'm like, I ain't about to dish out, you know, $80 for something that doesn't have any lifetime warranty or anything like that. So these have limited lifetime warranty. So I assume as long as you don't like, you know, you don't beat them or anything like that, you know, as long as they wear out from natural, or not natural, but from normal wear and tear from the road, you'll get a replacement. So I'm like, I'm all for that, you know. So yes, the Duralast Gold, that's gonna be part number GFA 2203. And that's going to be for the upper ball joint. So again, it has this mount inboard, so I guess that side faces in. So if the boot were to tear or anything like that, or grease were to leak, it wouldn't get on your brakes, on your rotors, which would not be good because you do not want anything slick on your rotors, because then you wouldn't be able to stop. You just run into a tree or something. So okay, so yeah, having an impact gun makes for doing jobs like this a walk in the park. Always do the top first, so that way the bottom can hold the tire in place. Oh, right on low. There we go. So we're gonna do quick work of this upper ball joint. Kick it, walk in the park. There you go. Bada bing, bada boom. Just like that. I'll show you guys the parts that I rented from AutoZone. So you need the Pitman. Oh, sorry guys. The Pitman arm remover, part 570706. That's gonna be to remove the lower ball joint. And then you need this part here, the 57023. That's going to be the ball joint press set, which is going to come with this big bad boy right there. C-clamp, giant C-clamp on steroids. And then you're going to need the part number 27310. That's going to be the master ball joint installer remover adapter set. So I found that I actually use parts from both the C-clamp one and this master set. I had to kind of finesse it just to find out which one was which and how to, you know, how to get them to fit perfect. So, and also you'll need an axle nut, a socket size 35 millimeter. Gonna be removing the cotter pan. So again, you do not want to reuse these guys. So. Okay guys, so loosen that upper nut after you take out the cotter pin. Look at that, easy work. You don't want to take it off all the way just because you still got to bang on this to drop it. So I have been soaking it with some PB Blaster. And there it is. There it is, just like that. Okay, so you don't want to take off the whole thing because you still got to take off all the other ones. So what you're going to do here, found it? Yeah. Okay, what you're going to do here first is you're going to want to remove the tie rod, because when you remove the tie rod, the tie rod end, you're able to move around this side, the whole shebang bang here, and it makes it easier to get to this brake pad, or the brake calipers from the back with the impact gun, so it makes it easier to just pop everything off. Back here we got the tie rod end. Gonna undo these. So again guys, you don't want to reuse these. Don't be cheap. These things are $3 at AutoZone, and you get like a pack of like 12, you know. And there we go. Okay, set that to the side, and then now we gotta break this bad boy off. So we'll put this back on. Put this back on. Okay, now the back. Let's see. Should be the same size as the top, which it is. Okay, we'll put an extension on this bad boy here. Remember, you don't want to. Oh, this one actually you can break it off all the way. Just like that. Makes for easy work. Alright. Let's see. Alright. Well, that was easy. Okay. And then now what you do here is actually you keep this back on there just because you don't want to deform the head of this, because my tie rod end on this side is still good. This is good. You can tell there's no clink clank or nothing. It has some play to the side, left and right, but that's normal. You know, I mean, it's not supposed to be like that 100%, but you know, it's fine as long as you don't have any play in it, you know, back and forth. And then same thing for your ball joint here on your tie rod end. No play, you know, it stays. Nothing funky. Okay, so there's the back. So check it out. Now you can turn this. You can turn this to the side, and it makes it easier for getting in the back of these. What are these called? Your brake caliper bolts. So let's see. That's not that one. So we'll leave this guy there so we know where it's at. So these ones back here, oh, perfect, are gonna be an 11/16. All right. Just like that. Man, I am so grateful for this impact gun. And it says it's just a mid-torque impact gun, but man, does that thing have some cojones. I have not had anything that thing cannot break. Okay. Oh, actually, you know what? Before I do that, let me loosen this guy up, because you don't want that guy just dangling all over. Okay. Alright, so the wife doesn't believe me that this is gonna be about a quick 2-hour job, which for the other side took me a little bit longer, but it got done. Just like that. Walk in the park. Okay, so the reason I put the tire here was for this exact reason, to rest this bad boy on. So, okay, let's see, we'll put this bolt back just because, you know, again, you don't want to lose any of these. So, let's see. Okay, so we got the bottom. So I'm going to remove the whole knuckle, but first things first, you got to take off this guy here because we got to get to that. Okay, so we gotta get to that axle nut. Okay, so you take off the cover, and then with your same pliers, there it is. I mean, geez, look at the size of this guy next to this guy. You know, this is the guy you're dating versus the guy that your boyfriend's worried about. I mean, like, geez, huge. Alright. Okay, so you take off this castle nut. Not actually a castle nut. To get to that, you need this bad boy, a 35mm axle nut. from AutoZone. Again, nice thing about AutoZone is you can rent everything and anything from them that you need to get the job done. Alright guys, put this bad boy on high. About to show you what this nasty little monster can do to this axle nut. Just like that. What do you know? Just like that. Walk in the park. Alright, sometimes you just gotta a little bit of tapping. Oh, there it is. Just like that. Okay, keep all your parts together because you don't want to lose nothing. Jeez. So there's that one. And just like that. I mean, geez, look at that. PB blaster right there. You see where it penetrated all of that? Look, bad ball joint. No good. You hear it? Boom, boom, boom. Every time you hit a bump and it goes back down, bam, bam, bam. But obviously 100 times louder. So now tap on this bad boy a little bit. There it goes. Oh, make sure it doesn't fully come out. Whew. And there you go. That's how you take out the knuckle. Alright guys, so I figured it out. Let me see. Okay, so now I'm gonna bring this bad boy over here. Whew. Alright, so what I did was, okay, so the receiving then obviously has to be bigger. There wasn't a cup like this that would fit over the lip of it because you need a skinnier one and it just didn't have one. But I was able to use this piece, the press-in part, in reverse, and then with the metal plate, or not a metal plate, with a piece of metal, but this is a crowbar, I was able to get in between. So now I'm gonna get the size for this bad boy. Being 11/16, and we're gonna pull out little Vic here. Come on, don't fail me now, buddy. Let me tell you, this guy never disappoints. There it is. Look at that. Wow. So keep in mind, I had been soaking this for about a week's worth, you know, about every other day. Don't go down, wait. There it is, guys. Look at that. This was not as bad as the driver's side, but it's bad. You know, you're not supposed to have any up and down play. Alright. Let me show you guys here. Okay, so this is driver's side. Bam, bam. You hear it and you see it. Okay, this is the passenger side. So obviously it doesn't clunk as loud because there's grease in there. But if I were to take out all the grease, you would hear it. So we're gonna mount this inboard, this guy here. Meaning that this guy, when he goes in, he's gonna go in like this, with this in. And it even states there, mount inboard. So first things first, a little bit of anti-seize. Don't quote me on it. I saw Timmy the Tool Man using this. So here we go. There we go. Supposed to make it easier for next time, you know. You don't want this stuff locking up on you. Okay, so now we'll push this guy through. Put a little bit of this on this guy here. careful with this stuff, guys. This stuff is nasty to work with. Real nasty. Then we'll wipe off the extra after we press it in. We use this kind of as a lubricant to protect the boot, because I tried to take off this boot, but it was not coming off. Okay. Alright, so there's that. There's this. This one goes down here.